Oh, shoot. Gotcha.
Hi guys,
Well, hello there.
welcome to a brand new podcast discussion.
Episode 12.
So today we're going to be breaking up our discussion into 3 different parts, and this is our first part.
Yes, it's just like our 3 Hall Live episodes. So
Oh,
instead of Hall Live, we
we're
are going to talk about our school memories.
Yep. So the way how we're doing this is, of course, by seeing the title of the video, we're focusing on elementary school memories. We're doing middle school next, and then we're going to be doing high school later on. We're not doing college. We're just going to be focusing on those specific years in our lives in schooling. So,
So for each of these episodes, we're going to talk about one thing, probably mostly one thing that
yeah,
we either
like a memory that we had for each specific grade.
something very memorable from each year.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, good, bad, embarrassing,
well,
whatsoever.
it could be either one of those, but yeah.
Exactly, yeah. And I want to give a quick disclaimer too, because from time to time you'll see my pet dogs coming around. Because
Like one over there.
yeah. I don't know if she's on camera, but yeah, Maya and Kuma, our pets from our pet discussion. Yeah, this is
His pets, not mine.
surprisingly, this is actually their first time visiting my room, so they're just trying to get used to the environment. So. Uh, yeah. So from time to time, whether if you see them on camera or if you see like me or Caspen like
See
get
them
up to
lurking
be with them.
around in the back.
Yeah. We're trying to watch over them as well.
Yes.
Yeah. And again, also don't mind like any of the squeaky toys that you hear upstairs because my brother's just trying to catch their attention. So
It's part of the background, the BGM.
yes, exactly.
Well, I don't know what background music that is, but
Yeah, but I think maybe without further ado, maybe we could get started. So
I don't even know where the other one is.
yeah, they went under the bed. They went under the bed. So don't worry about it. Thank you.
Now one's going. Yeah, the other one's lurking.
Yeah.
under-
So
Anyways,
further
further ado, we will
yeah, let's
begin.
get started. So before I forget, would you like to also include preschool and kindergarten too, or just jump straight to first grade?
No, well, if you have a memory that a memory that you have from preschool, we'll include. So,
Honestly, I don't remember like any nostalgic memories when it comes to preschool, except for like literally the final day of
okay.
preschool. That's it.
Well, if you don't want to include, that's okay.
Yeah,
For
I can
me,
include it. I can include it.
I definitely have a memory that I remember that year. Also, by the way, for elementary,
No.
like mine goes up from kindergarten, preschool, one of those, all the way up to 5th grade. While Ivan Chan here, his goes up all the way to 4th grade, which
Yep.
I do know that some elementary schools are like that, where I'm sure you either had elementary school up to 4th or 5th.
Yep.
Mine was 5th, so.
Yeah, mine was 4th. Although when we transferred schools, and I'll be bringing that up in our middle school segment, the school grade system's definitely changed there. So
Yes. So, anyways, starting off with not first grade, our first year, preschool or kindergarten.
let's do preschool, then kindergarten. So
I don't know, are they the same or
no,
are they
they're
two
different.
different? They're two different.
Because I took preschool separately from kindergarten. So
Okay.
yeah,
I always wonder if it was like,
no, it's different. Trust me.
well, anyways, I'm just gonna do the preschool one. And then
Yeah, go ahead. Do you have any memories about preschool, by the way?
all I remember, or one thing that I remember from preschool was how during lunchtime I was obsessed with drawing SpongeBob characters, specifically SpongeBob and Squidward.
Mm-hmm.
I would draw them almost every day for some reason. What did I do with those drawings? I have no idea.
You don't have them preserved or
No,
whatsoever.
I don't even know what happened. So,
Maya.
yeah.
She's scratching a box on the side. Maya, hold on. Hey. Don't play with that. Don't play with that. I don't know if you could see my dogs in the frames, but Yeah,
So
we should have brought them in our pet experiences video, but it's okay.
they're
Yeah,
occupied.
yeah.
Anyways, would you like to share your a memory that you have?
One memory that I can recall in preschool, it's literally the final day. We just had a performance. That's it. We literally just did the hokey pokey in front of our
The
parents.
hokey pokey.
Yeah, that's
Like the whole hokey pokey
yeah,
thing?
yeah. That's it. That was literally it. That's all I can remember.
Do you still know how to?
You put your left hand in, you put your left hand out, you put your left hand in, and you shake it all about. You do
Okay,
the hokey
okay,
pokey. Yeah,
that's enough hokey pokey.
yeah. Well, yeah, I'll get further detail about that when we eventually talk about like the music
You
stuff.
can make a video about the hokey pokey.
Maybe.
Anyways,
Hey,
so
hey, get down, get down, get down, get down, get down. Don't get on my bed. Oh my gosh. Hold on. Sorry, guys. No, no, no. Don't play with that. Don't play with that.
anyways,
Another memory that I also have, well, it's not really a preschool related, but I remember my mom telling me this, is that they actually wanted me to be part enrolled in the preschool program in my elementary school, but because I took like a quote unquote pretest to see if I qualified for it, I was actually too smart for the preschool program, so
sure.
I didn't have to take it. But my mom wanted me to go to preschool still so that I could make
They want
friends.
you, yeah, they want you to make friends.
Exactly.
Did it
So
ever happen? I don't know. I don't
yeah,
know.
I recalled that from my mom, and I was like, oh, okay, I guess I was pretty smart back then. But to be fair, yeah, I guess my parents raised me right on that. But yeah, those are like the preschool memories that I can recall.
I'm just gonna include preschool and kindergarten as the same thing. So,
That's fine because I also experience kindergarten differently too. Um,
I don't really
I know one memory that actually it like happens like almost daily because the teacher would usually play this song like on repeat like every time. Do you know the song "This Land Is Your Land" by Woody Guthrie?
no,
I don't know if I
no, I
sing.
don't.
I don't know if I sing it if I get copyrighted.
Don't sing it.
Yeah. So basically, this teacher
You
or the
already
teacher.
sang the hokey pokey, so
Yeah.
it's enough.
Yeah. So the teacher would play that song, "This Land Is Your Land," basically like every day, and she would have like images of like these different locations based on where the song is like, or like what line each song is singing about. Like one was about the redwood forest, one is about the Gulf Stream waters in the U.S. They would mention about California and all that different stuff. So basically, like these different locations, my teacher would have like various images of these places, and using the song, it helps us to like learn about these things. So
Geography.
yeah, so geography in kindergarten was actually pretty fun. That and like they implemented like the computer systems where we get to learn like the alphabet and stuff. So it was
Interesting.
pretty fun. I liked it.
Okay. Okay. Well, I can't really remember much from or remember anything that stuck out in kindergarten. So, on to first grade.
This is gonna be fun.
Do you want to go or do
No, you
I?
go first because mine's a little embarrassing.
Honest? Oh,
I'm building up for it.
you're going with an embarrassing.
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
building it. I'm building
Now,
it.
for me in first grade, I'll say I don't know if I'd say embarrassing, but I know I definitely did. There was there was one time where so back in first grade, for some reason I would just stuff all my papers, whether if it was worksheets or my homework, all that stuff into my desk. You know, one of those like desk where it's like you just straight up put whatever inside.
Yep.
So yeah, I stuffed so much papers into it, and so when uh, the teachers finally took out all the papers, it was this massive pile stuffed in there, and I pretty much got in trouble because of course some of my homework was in there, and they were wondering as to where my homework was. I probably didn't even know it either, so I got in trouble,
Yep.
kind of got in trouble for that. I still remember that at home, my parents made me write this paper. It was like, I'm sorry, I will do my homework and all that other stuff,
Yep.
all my assignments, and yeah, that was
That was
like
something.
it was so much papers. I think it was like maybe a few months worth of papers in there.
Good
It was
gracious.
a
Everything
lot.
shoved inside the desk.
Yes.
That's crazy.
And so, and I wasn't organized, so it was like all over the place and stuff.
Hmm.
So that was a interesting moment. I wouldn't say embarrassing though.
Mine definitely sure is on my
I
behalf,
want to
but
hear this embarrassing
but
memory of yours.
okay, my excuse that I want to give is that I was just a kid, okay? I feel like when it comes to like overcoming embarrassment, we have to talk about stuff like that.
And
So,
of course, we were very little at the time, so we
yes,
didn't know
exactly.
much.
So, first grade, I believe I was 5 years old or 6 years old. I don't
For
remember.
first grade?
Wait, I don't remember. Shoot. What was the. No, six. So it was like um, around in the middle of class, and I had to go to the bathroom.
Like everyone else, yeah, yeah.
It's not. I had to go number two.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Oh gosh,
and
wait.
I want to give you guys this. When I was young back then,
He couldn't hold it in.
no, I was so accustomed to like going to the bathroom back at home because whenever it comes to public stuff, I only like went there just to go number one, right?
See,
I wouldn't like do my business because I'm not comfortable of doing that yet.
mm,
So I feel like you guys would know where this is going. So during the middle
yeah.
of class, right, we were trying to like, I think my teacher was like teaching us something. I think it was like English or something. And then I defecated in my
You pooped in class.
yes, yes.
Oh,
And it was funny too because like the teacher came over and he was like, "Do you smell some? Do you smell something weird?" And I was like, "No."
no! As you have this turd or whatever in
Yeah,
your
because I
underwear.
was too embarrassed to say anything about it. That was the thing.
Was it like the whole day you had that turd?
Yes. That
Oh
made it
my
all the more
gosh.
worse. So I was like there, the bus ride home, and then the first thing I recalled was like I threw out my pants and I threw it in the sink while I tried to
In
like
the sink?
yeah, because I was a kid. I didn't know about like the laundry stuff yet because my parents were doing that for me. So yeah,
Dang.
yeah,
You went the whole day with something that's
yeah.
hanging in your pants.
Yeah. Because I felt so embarrassed. I didn't want to
You
tell
didn't even like
anyone,
go
not
to
even my
the No,
teachers.
I mean like you didn't like go to the bath like
No,
ask
no, I
to
didn't even
go?
bother because I was too embarrassed.
Dang.
Yeah. I even recalled I didn't even have to pee for the rest of the day. That's how embarrassed I was.
Gosh.
Yeah.
I don't think I would ever I wouldn't be able to last that whole day
Yeah,
um,
surprisingly.
with
Yeah.
with
I don't
a
know why,
turd in my
but
pants.
yeah. I felt so dumb about thinking about it too because I knew that the teachers are there to help out too, but again, like I couldn't do anything because like
It was
my
probably because everyone else was around and you don't
yeah,
want them to
exactly.
know.
And I didn't want to embarrass myself in front of the whole class. So
Yeah.
that's the reason why. Yeah, so
That's
now the
interesting.
entire day, my, like, it was just like started
That's
smelling on my
definitely
side. So
Ew.
at least I'm glad I could, like,
Do you guys smell that? No,
yeah, I
not
could laugh
me.
about it now. And yeah, of course, there are like other first grade memories that I can recall too, but like, that's like the number one thing that wouldn't ever leave me ever. And it still haunts me to this day.
Ew. I
Of
smell.
course, like yeah, I could look back at it and laugh because like of course I was a kid, but it was something that I could overcome and learn. So
Interesting. Very interesting.
switching on over, how about second grade?
Second, I'd say second grade was one of my more favorite years of my elementary year of yeah my elementary days, and I had such a nice teacher, of course. So, anyways, I don't think I had an I didn't really had an embarrassing memory during that year.
Mm-hmm.
However, memory that I would never forget is so at the time I didn't have a pencil case. So instead I would have my pencils in my pocket, of course, and one of the pencils was facing upwards. So like the pencil was like the tip was sticking out of the pocket.
Mm-hmm.
I forgot that that one of the pencils was like that, and when I tried putting my hand in, it I got poked by or I got quote unquote stabbed by the pencil. And what happened was, and I got stabbed. The tip was like right in my skin, and it left a mark in my hand in my right hand, and surprisingly, there was no blood. It was
Okay.
just like this little hole, and then I could clearly see the mark. And so, to this day, I still have this mark in my skin on
That's
my right hand for so long, and I'm surprised I didn't get like sick or anything from the lead. So,
that's crazy.
yeah. So, it's pretty much my tattoo from second grade.
It's the same with mine and my knee, but that's another story I'll bring
That's
up.
yeah, that's a difference. We're talking about elementary school.
Yeah,
Come on.
exactly.
So,
Do you have any other memories from second grade other than like the pencil mark?
um,
I know
well,
I have a bunch.
my teacher was so nice to me that she let me draw in class. Like, as long as, of course, I'm also paying attention, learning stuff, she
Yeah,
would let me draw. Like, I would have one of these, one of the
sketchbooks.
how to draw, like how to draw Pokemon specifically,
Mm.
and I'm just drawing these Pokemon from the books, and I'm enjoying myself, of course, while I'm also learning whatever the teacher was teaching.
Yeah,
So that she was probably one of my favorite teachers of all time. So
yeah.
of the time. So yeah,
I could
no embarrassing moments.
I could definitely recall second grade being like one of my fun years in elementary school. I did have some embarrassing moments every now and then, but they weren't as bad compared to my
None,
first
yeah,
grade.
not as bad
Yeah,
as first.
I got in trouble for saying the word fart in class.
In
So
second grade,
yeah,
what?
yeah. So we were walking back from like I think it was like our music room or whatsoever, and we were heading back to the classroom. Someone made like a fart noise or whatever, and then they were like, "Well, what was that?" And it was like, "I think someone farted." And then the teacher turned around and like said, "Ivan, you know you're not supposed to say that word in school." I'm like, "Oh, okay."
What? Wait, like you got in trouble for saying fart.
Yeah, because
Like
I was like,
how
"Oh, maybe
bad
someone farted."
was it
Yeah, it was
like
like a joke. It was like as a joke.
but like were you like sent to the office or something
No,
or
no,
just
no.
told by the
I was
teacher
just told
like
by the
don't say
teacher.
that word
Yeah, I was just
fart?
told by the teacher.
Oh
Yeah,
no, Ivan Chan. He
yeah.
said the F word. He said fart.
Yeah, exactly. So you can make fun of me for that
Would
now.
you
Well, he said the F
would
word.
you
What F word? I said fart.
really get in trouble for saying the word fart?
Yeah, I don't know why. I don't
I
know.
know back in second grade, like we definitely said like pee and poo and all that stuff, but fart?
Yeah, that's
Really?
weird. Yeah.
Huh.
No, for us,
Oh,
like
your
we can't
school.
like it's hard for us to say pee and poop. We have to say, can we be excused to go to the bathroom? That's our way of saying like pee and poo.
Okay.
Otherwise, like all of my other second grade memories are great. What?
That's so weird.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, it's such a weird school.
Yeah, it is
That's so fun.
one of my favorite days in second grade is that we were in a different room, and I don't know if you experienced this, but literally in the middle was an inflatable pool, and inside of it were like bubble suds, right?
You
And
had a
then
whole pool at school?
not a whole pool. It
Well,
was
I
like an
mean, yeah,
inflatable
I
pool.
know, but
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
you had a pool in school.
Yeah, so what made it all the more impressive was that there was a hula hoop in the middle, right? And then we were doing like a science experiment to see like how like things would react to certain environments. They basically had all the students stand in the middle between the pool of the suds and then the hula hoop. And then I think like two students would raise the hula hoop and you're legit surrounded
Oh,
by a
you're
giant
making a
bubble.
bubble.
Yeah.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah, it
That's
was amazing. It was one of my favorite experiments as a kid.
so cool.
Yeah.
At a young age, yeah. So,
That was really fun. Like I could definitely like recall that. Otherwise, like one of my other favorite memories is that we legit made vanilla ice cream. I'm not kidding. So
you had
basic.
troubles for saying fart, and yeah, you can make you're
No,
taught
it was a
to.
class experiment basically. So basically, each of us like had like our like each of us had partners, right? And then of course we had like the ingredients on how to make it, and then we each took turns of like trying out like how our ice cream flavors tasted and stuff. So like of course we all did vanilla. We just wanted to test to see how it tasted.
I
So
can't make mint chocolate chip.
yeah, I love to make mint chocolate chip. I just don't know how to make the proper recipe. But yeah, because of that, now we all know how to make vanilla ice cream. Really
Do
good.
you still know how to make it to
No,
this?
it's second grade. I don't recall it. However, I do have a
I'm assuming it was a very simple recipe.
yes. I'm assuming so too. One of my other memories that I had second grade, it wasn't school related, but it's with a friend of mine. Because like he introduced me to like the PlayStation 2. So
Oh yeah,
it,
those
it
that time.
it was interesting too. Like the game that he gave me was Crash Nitro Kart. I'm pretty sure if you guys know, you know. And I didn't have a PlayStation 2 back then. We only had the PlayStation 1. And it was really weird because I asked my friend if I could borrow the game. He's like, sure, go on ahead. And I was like, how do I play this? Because I don't have a PlayStation 2. And I didn't tell him this. It was just in my mind. So, and it's weird because literally when we got home, I realized that my parents just set up the PS2.
So you just got it.
Yeah.
Mm.
No, I didn't even know about it
Perfect
too.
timing. They know. They
Yeah, they
knew.
just instantly knew. I was like, oh, cool, I can play my friend's game. So my
So what?
first game
Like
was
then,
Crash Nitro Kart on the
like the next
PlayStation 2.
day you go to school and you're like, hey, can I borrow that? I have
Yeah.
a PlayStation 2 as well.
Yeah, I didn't know that my parents got me a PlayStation 2 that same exact day.
Surprise!
It was amazing. It's like a miracle
Oh,
just happened.
that's very.
Yeah, and then this is around the same time too when I had my first quote unquote school crush. Uh,
Oh,
yeah, the reason why is because she was also Filipina too. So and she actually
I see.
understood Tagalog. So
Oh, okay. I see. Interesting. Interesting.
yeah, I don't speak with her nowadays because after second grade she left. So,
Yeah, it can happen. It can happen.
but moving on to third grade. So any fun
Third.
memories in third grade?
Oh, third grade. So this was during the time where I moved from one school to another. So it was like in between. So like half a year and then the other year was there.
Mm-hmm.
Embarrassing moment for me.
Here we go.
So at the school, the elementary school that I was in before I moved, we considered farts as funny. So like if someone were to fart, then people would laugh,
Yeah,
of course, because it was a funny sound kind of thing.
exactly.
However, when I moved, I didn't know at the time, but it was one time the teacher was has the children or the students gathered on the carpet, and she's reading a book or whatever it was to
Yep.
us. I was sitting right in the middle of the carpet and everyone else, and it was a fart that I could not hold in. So, and it was a loud one too. So when I let it out,
Yep.
at first, to me, it was funny. But then as I look around, I
Like they.
see the students that were around me, they were disgusted and
Oh.
like, even, and I even looked at the teacher. She didn't look disgusted. However, she found it like, she saw it as like distracting in a way
Mm-hmm.
or unpolite, that kind of thing.
Yeah, yeah,
So,
yeah.
that's when that, and so I was like, that's when I learned that I would never fart in front of people or in public again.
Yeah.
So either one, I would hold it in, which is a bad feeling,
Uh huh.
or I would ask if I could go to the bathroom. So I was like, farts are still funny to me, but
Yeah,
when it
exactly.
comes to
Same.
in front of
People.
other people, especially I was sitting around like probably like there was a few girls sitting around me. Yeah, never fart in front of them again. So
Mm-hmm. Just to keep the how's it
it,
called?
I was a little scared after that. It was
Like to that day, like you're traumatized of farting in public.
it was like, while growing up, I would just like hold in my fart or hold in any gas that I have until either one, if I could go to the bathroom, or two, when no one was around. So
Yeah, I could definitely like bring up stuff like that too,
I felt
especially
so, yeah.
yeah. Um, oh no,
Such
never mind.
it
Maybe
was
that's
a
an
scary, embarrassing moment for
yeah.
me.
Maybe if we talk about more embarrassing stuff, maybe we could bring that up as another topic. But for my personal experience in third grade, I don't really recall like as many good memories. One of the things that I look forward to, I remember in third grade, was like quote unquote the star of the week, where like each student gets to represent their likings and stuff. And then like this is the day where it's like, yes, I get to bring in my Thomas collection. Yeah,
Is it like
so
a show and tell kind
yeah,
of thing?
basically. So I was able to like bring in all my stuff because like during around that time too, because I felt like a majority of the other children around me felt like a little more mature for me. And because I still like Thomas
For
and Friends, I
third
still consider it
grade.
as more of the kids' version, like kindergartners would watch it instead of like, third graders and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But so, to my surprise, I found that everyone actually really liked it. And then I even brought like the newest VHS that they released around that time. I grew up with the VHS, for those of you guys who don't know. So those video cassettes. And then one of the students even asked, "Hey, can we watch the tape that Ivan brought in?" And then my teacher's like, "Sadly, we can because we gotta follow the school curriculum." And I'm like,
Oh man,
"Oh,
that sucks. Did they? Would I mean, like, if they did, do you know if they would have had a TV or like
yeah, yeah."
was
Because
it a
yeah,
VHS?
VHS, yeah. So it's the tape. So you just stick it inside the VCR. I forgot, video cassette recording. Yeah.
Do you still have it?
I sadly don't anymore. I
Oh,
used to, but my parents got rid of it.
oh,
And I was
that's sad.
disappointed too because my dad got rid of all my Thomas tapes and I wanted to keep all of them.
Oh,
But
that
no, he gave them
sucks.
away to my cousin. That made me so upset.
Yeah, you don't have a VHS player no more, so.
Yeah, because I used to like carry it around with me because like in my old car, we were able to like use it and like stick in the VHS and just watch it on the
Ah,
screen. So, but we can't do
VHS
that
or was
anymore.
it
So.
a disc? Oh, okay.
Yeah. But yeah, that was one memory I could recall, and I absolutely like kept that to my heart, even to this day, because it proves like how much Thomas means to me. And one of my other memories that I can recall is that my actual teacher, like I think towards like late winter, early spring, had to leave because she was with child. So
Mm-hmm.
she had to, of course, leave and give birth to her baby. So and around that time, we had a substitute teacher for the rest of the class who was really fun. And we got a chance to like know all the students. Like have a chance to like have lunch with her too, which was really
Mm.
fun. But the fun thing I love about it too is that even though she was technically our new teacher, the old teacher came in and showed us her baby. It was
Ah,
really awesome.
that is interesting.
Yeah, it was one of the most I wouldn't say cutest things is and one of the most like interesting experiences I had
Of the
back
time.
yeah back then in like third grade. It's awesome when
Very
you see like
interesting.
it's awesome when you see like teachers like doing stuff like that. Like I seen videos of like teachers proposing to each other and
In
like for
class.
yeah, and then for my case it was my teacher bringing her and her child. It was amazing.
Interesting. I think I had a teacher that was like gone for a certain amount of time and then came back. She had a newborn and all that stuff. I was like, oh, okay,
Yeah,
okay. I was wondering like, oh, why our teacher's not here? So yeah.
it was amazing. Okay.
Also, another thing I would like to say, it was probably when I first started in third grade. Third grade is when I started. For some reason, I was able to take naps during recess. Like, literally outside in the sun, I was able to take a nap, whether if it was on the hard pavement or like somewhere near the grass and trees and all that stuff. For some reason, I was able to take like I don't know how long of a nap it was, but like I somehow fell asleep.
Yep.
And I even remember one time when one of the teachers that are like watching the students, they came up to me and were like they thought something was wrong, so they asked me, are you okay? Are you all right? Do you need help in this? I was like, well, I woke up. I was like, oh, what? And I was like,
So you
no,
had no idea what
I
was
was
happening.
sleeping. And so they told me like, don't do that. So like, cause it looks like something could have happened to me. So I was like, okay. Even though I did it again, like, and no teacher was around, but it wasn't a long nap. So
How did you manage to actually like nap and then realize like you're supposed to be like called in to go
no,
back inside the
no,
class?
like that's the thing. Like I surprisingly, I would wake up at least before, at least before they tell the students to come back in. So like it wasn't a long nap. It was like a short, quick, maybe a few minutes kind of nap.
Interesting.
Surprising, I never been like it was never like forgotten. Like oh, there's a someone left a student outside there. So yeah,
That happened to be middle school for my, but again, I'll bring that up when I talk about my sixth grade year.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah, so if you want to learn more about that, stay tuned for the part 2 of the video.
For middle school. Anyways, on to
Fourth
fourth
grade.
grade.
Any memories that you can recall in fourth grade?
Fourth grade. I don't know if I had an embarrassing moment. Oh,
Or at least any good memories that you could recall.
whether if it's good or bad.
Yeah.
Okay.
Otherwise, I've got a bunch.
So there's this project we had to do. One was a biography, and the other was an autobiography. Where for the biography part, it was for presidents, and I did John Adams for my biography.
Yep.
So I made this poster and all that. As I'm learning about him, well, I didn't learn too much about him. I thought of John Adams as a cool president since he was like second president of the United States and all that.
Yep.
But now, ever since Hamilton and doing a little more research, I found that John Adams wasn't the greatest president that I thought he was. So I was like, oof.
Well,
And then for the autobiography, I did Barack Obama at the time, since he was the president at the time, right?
yes.
I'm assuming.
2008 through 2012, I want to say. 9, 10, 11. Yeah, I think that's right.
Yeah. So maybe. Yeah. So for the autobiography, I did Barack Obama. Instead of a poster, we did well, maybe there was a poster, but it was mostly we would dress up as the person we were doing an autobiography. So I did Barack Obama. I put on a suit. I guess my skin was technically dark enough,
If we ever do his face reveal, you definitely understand why.
and I was earlier. I was bringing this up, and he mentioned, "Oh, are you doing blackface?" I was like, "No.
Yeah.
What is wrong with you?"
Yeah, that was really funny. I meant it as a joke too, because
Yeah.
if he actually did do it, I would have been super
My gosh,
shocked.
at that age, no.
To be fair,
I won't
though,
even know.
times would have been different back then because
Yeah.
nowadays with society, they take everything seriously. So,
Of course, of course.
so if you
So
mention anything about that, yeah, they will come to you so fast
Yeah.
and they will berate you for it.
pretty much. Anyways, yeah, I dressed up like Barack Obama. There was another student in class that also dressed up like Michelle Obama. So
Oh,
I
so
was
it's
I,
like,
it was partnered with her and all that. And this is
gotcha.
also when some of the parents showed up too. So
Ah,
her mother showed up, and I was like I felt, I don't know, I felt a little
awkward.
embarrassed. Yeah, awkward and embarrassed
Mm,
in a way. But I couldn't do anything about it, so there was that.
that's fair, honestly.
Do I remember? Maybe, maybe not. But yeah. So that's one memory from fourth grade. Another one, I'd say that was probably when I say my first time having a crush on someone,
Oh,
and she was a Hispanic. She was Hispanic and all that.
mm,
And honestly, we were somewhat. I wouldn't say we're like good friends, but we're just friends.
yeah.
Time, and the the day that I quote unquote confess to her, she didn't really see it as a like love confession. It was more of a,
Friendship.
yeah, friendship thing. Like, oh, I
Mm.
like you. Okay. So I was like, would you say it was a rejection? I wouldn't say.
No,
I don't
nah.
think it was a rejection.
Not that I can. I
But
mean, she accepted your friendship, so.
yeah, she accepted my friendship, and yeah, nothing really happened after that. So
Hmm.
but it was a failed attempt.
It's all right, right? I
Yeah,
mean,
we've had those times. I mean, yeah, definitely. Anyways, how about you? What about you?
okay,
Fourth grade.
so for me, this is where my elementary school ended. So fourth grade for me, and then he'll talk about fifth grade in a bit.
Yeah.
But
This is his last year of elementary.
yeah, so for my fourth grade experience, I actually have a bunch of them, and I'm gonna try to rapid fire as much of them.
Rapid fire. Okay.
So fourth grade is actually my most creative year for myself, and
Creative.
because for me this was the year where I actually took like Thomas stories and developed my own versions of these Thomas stories. So basically, like, for those of you who are OG YouTubers, or who know OG YouTubers, I should say, about the Thomas content on YouTube, like, I don't think you'll know his name. Miss Oliver and Blossom and Train Lover 476. For those of you who are like Thomas fans and know these two OGs, you know who I'm talking about. So I would actually create my own stories based on what like their personas are, except implemented in a way that I want to do it. Like, for example, do you know the game show Deal or No Deal?
Yeah.
I made the engines like set their setting like in a Deal or No Deal type of way, where the dumbest character that I have in the group like is actually part of the show, and then like the other engines are like on the side trying to like quote unquote support him.
I see.
Yeah, and then another episode I made, like each of the engines had like a talent show, and then like at the end of the story, the whole entire stage falls on the dumb guy.
Why? What did he do?
You didn't do anything, and he
Yeah.
comes out unscathed. He was okay. He didn't care.
Oh,
He
poor
was just
guy.
smiling. Like if you think about it, like if you know the television show Ed, Ed and Eddie, think about him as
Oh,
Ed.
like-
Yeah, he's basically Ed.
I
Like
see.
he's the dumb character that gets away with everything.
Hey, Ed didn't
Yeah,
get away with everything.
yeah. But yeah, that's all the more like my stuff. I even saved some of the stories. I don't know where I don't know if it's like in here or if I saved them in my drawers, but I definitely saved some of the stories. One of these days, if I ever find one, I promise
He's
you guys
gonna
I'll make
read
it
it
as a
on-
bonus.
He's gonna read it.
Yeah, I'll definitely make it
Make
as a
a
bonus
video of
video.
it.
Yeah, one of my Friday videos, I guess. Otherwise, like that's just one of them. One of my other favorite moments is like music class in general, because like this is when we were able to bring our recorders and stuff.
Oh, yeah,
yeah.
recorders.
Oh my gosh, every time we play Hot Cross Bun, Hot Cross Buns, Mary Had a Little Lamb.
Oh,
What
I didn't
else?
do that.
We played Amazing Grace as one of our final assignments.
think
I couldn't do it, surprisingly.
I don't think I could do it either.
We did Twinkle Twinkle Little Star. It's Raining, It's Pouring, The Old Man Snoring. When the Saints Go Marching In. There were a couple other ones. I can't remember off the
We
top
did
of
a
my
lot
head.
more songs than me.
Yeah.
We only
so-
did like maybe up to 5 or
No,
6.
because the way how we did it's like, you know how in karate, like you start out with a white
Yeah.
belt and then you graduate
Yeah,
different colors?
you would have the string tied to the recorder.
Yeah, exactly. And then we had like those little colored tapes to
Yeah.
represent what belt,
Yeah.
quote unquote, we had. Yeah, so I made it all the way to red belt, and I was just missing 2, the brown and the black. So I couldn't do the brown belt. That one's Amazing Grace. But what I find ironic is that the black belt, it was Ode to Joy, and I find it easier to play than Amazing Grace. So because I couldn't play Amazing Grace, I couldn't jump to the black
What
belt.
was it
so-
like the fingering or like
The fingering. It's the fingering and the timing with the
pattern?
music.
Okay.
Because like, you know, I don't know if like they did this in your school, but like my teacher would play like the background music and we had to play it in time with the recorder. Yeah.
Yeah, we did that too.
Yeah. So that was the reason why. I wish I was able to do it, but no. That was like one of my other favorite moments. It was that and like when we all did like the cha-cha slide.
The recorder era.
Yeah, that was awesome. In music class, we also did the cha-cha slide and the Macarena, which is really fun.
Cha-chas.
Uh-huh. And what?
Copyright.
Yeah, and then like, you know how like I don't know if they implemented this in your school, but in everyone in 4th grade had to do like some sort of like occupation or job for the school. Like for some, they were doing like the flag poles, like raising and lowering the flags each day. Some of them were doing the school what's it called, the crap so school stores. There we go. School stores. Some of them were like helping out in the library with books. Some of them were the safety patrols outside, making sure that all the kids are safe. For me, I was part of the school store system, and it was really fun. To be fair though, I wanted to be safety patrol, but because like our parents' schedule wouldn't allow me to like stay afterwards and like help the children out, I had to do something else. So I was part of the school store project.
I see.
What made it all the more funnier is that I always like told my other classmates, I was like, oh, because I'm running the school store, I could get anything that I want for free. And technically we weren't supposed to, but I got away
Wow.
with it.
Man, you must have had a lot. I don't even. You still have that kind of
No,
that stuff?
no. There,
Oh,
so
wait, what was it like? Like, what
so
stuff
we
did...
sold like pencils, mechanical pencils, pens,
Oh, I
erasers,
would have loved that.
yeah,
Holy cow.
notebooks. Yeah. We sold all that stuff. So it was only like a little small stand though,
Would you
but
have
we
to
had
do
like,
it with actual money?
yeah, we actually had to like take money from from like other students
Take money
and like
from
give them
kids.
like back their change and stuff. So this is like my days like of learning retail before I actually got into retail.
Hmm.
But yeah, I got away with like different
Hey,
color mechanical.
your quote unquote free stuff.
Yeah, exactly. I got away with
I wonder how
pencils. I
much
got away
all of that cost.
exactly. I got away with pencils. I got away with erasers. I got away with pens. Yeah, it was awesome. I liked it.
Wow, you had free stuff. I didn't. We
Yeah,
didn't have an occupation kind of thing.
yeah, it was awesome. Though
Either the two elementary schools I went to. No, we didn't have that at all.
it's interesting stuff, huh? Not even like a safety patrol where you see like other students like,
No, no.
oh, that's interesting. I guess it's only for my school. I think maybe because of like what's been happening nowadays with like, like violence and stuff. I think they're
I
more a little
mean, it
concerned
wasn't
about
like
that.
that. It wasn't that bad back then.
Yeah, exactly. Because for me, everything was like super peaceful. But
Yeah, it was. It was really peaceful. And of course, there would be like once in a
like a
while
blue
there would
moon.
be like something happened, but like it wasn't too
Exactly. It's
bad.
yeah. But that's just how it goes, I guess. But one other memory that I can recall, and I still sort of like keep it to this day, it was like a musical performance that we did back in fourth grade. Because I was actually one of the soloists singing a couple of lines there, and it was actually really fun.
I see. I see.
Yeah, I even saved the
Was it like
CD.
a concert kind of thing,
Yeah,
or?
yeah, basically. Well, not like a concert, but like an actual play. Like there are students
No.
up there, but for me, I was responsible for singing one of the solo parts, and
Do you know what song it was?
it's called Detention. So,
Detention?
yeah. So basically, the entire play was about like a bunch of students in school, right?
Hmm.
And then for me, in my role, basically, I was singing a song about the like being in trouble for and having detention. So I'm trying to recall how the line goes. May I have your attention? I have something to say. My teacher gave me detention. I'm in a very bad way. Those were the lines that I sang. I remembered. I remembered. Yes.
Yeah, if you don't have like the disc or whatever of that.
I did. I did. But the thing is, it won't play it anymore, and I'm
Ah,
disappointed.
that sucks.
I remember how the tune went, though. I think it went something like, May I have your attention? I have something to say. My teacher gave me detention. I'm in a very bad way. Oh my gosh, the chorus was so much fun, too. I just don't
Uh,
remember how the lines went.
Copyright, copyright, copyright.
It was so.
Yeah,
No, I wouldn't say it's copyrighted because I
yeah.
think it was like our own, like,
It was a made up song.
yeah.
Well, all
Yeah.
songs are made up, but like,
I
yeah,
don't
that one.
remember off the top of my head if it's like actually based off an actual play, though, so.
Schoolhouse Rock.
I'd love to do Schoolhouse Rock if we
Schoolhouse
eventually do
Rock is
something like
right.
that, but no.
So, anyways,
Yeah, those are like all my favorite memories in fourth grade in
that must
particular.
have been a really fun year.
But
So,
wrap things up. How about your fifth grade?
yeah, since my elementary school ended off with fifth, um, any memories from that? It was probably the one time where I actually was able to make a group of friends. It was like four boys and four girls, and it worked out really well. We hanged out whether if it was during recess, in class, or even after school, because like there would be after school, some kids would be playing on whether playing on one of the playgrounds or like playing for what me and my friends did. We would play like there was a soccer field and we would play soccer and all that stuff. So those were really fun memories. And what else? Hmm. Yeah, some of them I would say are my greatest friends of the time of the time, and it was surprisingly it was yeah it was very fun. I still remember all of my friends in that friend group. So
Are you friends with them to this day, or at least some of them?
um some of them I have not talked to in ever since I moved. in middle school, and but probably the last time I talked to one of them was like a few years ago.
I
So it
mean,
was a very long time.
it's technically recent, so.
No,
And maybe
I wouldn't
was it
say
just like
recent.
say
It's
was it
been
just like
too
to say
long.
hi to you or
It
something?
was it was probably no, it was me like me messaging them like saying like hi, how are you doing and all
Oh, so
that
like to
stuff.
catch up on them, yeah. That
I
makes
think the
sense.
last time it was back in I think 2020.
Dang.
So yeah, but I already know that ever since I moved from to a different school, they pretty much some of them separated,
Oh
so it was no
yeah.
longer. That was sad, but I can't do anything about it. So,
Exactly.
but yeah,
Can
one
I
of my greatest group of friends of all time,
That's interesting.
and I
Yeah.
still remember their first and last
Yeah.
names.
It's the same with me and my friends too back in the day. Holy moly.
Yeah. What else happened? I will say one of my friends in that group, I did had somewhat of a crush on. And not gonna lie, she probably had a few other people that had a crush on her. So
Oh,
it
so is she
wasn't
like the most like popular girl or like she just looks attractive in general?
looks attractive in general.
Gotcha.
So, and I will say that she does look really nice.
Okay.
I mean, like everyone looks nice, even
In a respectful way. So
yeah, in a respectful way. But of course, yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
So when I confess, it was through a letter,
Oh,
and
okay.
she gave me a letter back. It's like, I guess I was rejected, but of course, did it in a friendly way
Hmm.
too. So, and of course, we were friends, so nothing bad happened after that.
Yeah.
We still hanged out and all that stuff. So, yeah, especially when she's a daughter of a police officer. So,
Oh,
so it was
this girl
like,
want to mess with
and
her
I
then.
actually have,
That'd
she
be
actually
scary.
has showed up to school before. So I was like,
Oh, did he
oh,
come up with like handcuffs and stuff?
no, no. But yeah, yeah, she was very nice. And like, I honestly wish we were still friends,
Hmm.
along with the other friends in that group. So yeah,
Interesting
I
stuff.
don't know how they're doing. I don't know if her mother is probably still a police officer, but like she has showed up at school before,
That's
mostly
interesting.
in middle school. But yeah,
Yeah.
um,
I can
what
recall
else?
something like that happened in my elementary school too. When we actually brought in a cop and we were actually able to play with the handcuffs too.
Why? Why?
They were just passing around, like, be
Oh,
careful
I
if
thought you
you.
were like playing like if one of the students accidentally
No, 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 no,
left
no, no,
the.
no. Just to like see how like a handcuff is actually
Yeah,
used and stuff.
I can't imagine one of the
I
students
was
actually
terrified.
handcuffed themselves.
I was terrified with it. When I got the handcuffs, I was like, nope, here you go.
Interesting.
Because I didn't want to lock myself when the other students were playing around with it. Because I saw it like looping too. I was like, oh god, I don't want to
Oh,
be trapped in it.
yeah, yeah, that'd
Yeah.
be scary. And one other memory, I was so weird at the time because for some reason, some of the words like idiot, dork, and all the other
Like other
words
words in
that
general.
I don't want to say
Hmm.
because of YouTube reasons. For some reason, I didn't find that as a negative thing. So I would call myself, "Oh, I'm an idiot" and all that stuff.
Yeah.
And I, it was so weird for me. And not only that, at the time, I would use the word die commonly. So like,
Oh.
it's like, "Oh, do you want to die?" and all that stuff.
It's like
I
in a
don't know.
joking way.
Yeah, in a joking way, but of course, it was until after school we were playing soccer. I yelled out something like, "Hey, do you want to die?" One of my friend's parents that were around
Oh,
heard it,
oh no.
and so she got mad at me. So I was like, "Okay, I will not use the word die, or I won't say the word die like that ever again."
Yeah.
Well, I mean like that. Of course, I would from time to time I could joke around about, but like I wouldn't say it like out loud in public in front of parents.
Yeah,
So
exactly. That's a little more concerning. So,
so yeah, I don't know why I did. I don't know why I did all that.
I
So
think
weird.
that's like our phase when we're like growing into like
Everyone, yeah,
maturity.
everyone has some kind of weird phase.
Yeah, I think for me it doesn't hit until like
I'm glad
middle
I
high
didn't.
school.
I was surprised the teacher wasn't. I mean, I guess the teacher wasn't paying attention, so they weren't really concerned about me doing doing that, saying that kind of stuff and all
Yeah.
that. So yeah, that was one of my weirdest moments in elementary or overall school. So
Interesting stuff. Can I mention one thing before we wrap up?
yes,
In your opinion, what do you think is the funnest class to take?
what do you mean funnest? Like,
Legit, just the most fun overall, because I could think of one immediately that comes to my head, and
to
I think you'll know
me,
the reason why.
it's either second grade or fifth grade.
No, no,
Oh,
not the grade level, but just class.
what do you mean? Like
English, math,
the subjects
art,
we talked
music. Yeah,
about?
subjects. Yeah,
It's pretty much. I don't know. I
for
don't know.
for me,
I
it's
always had fun some in fifth grade and second, so
yeah, cause
I would
for
just.
for me personally, and I think you might understand the reason why is PE.
Oh yeah, you can do a lot of stuff in PE during those times. Yeah,
Yeah, I wonder.
yeah. Whether if it's scooters. Ooh, I
Yes,
loved
exactly. The
scooters.
scooters were hands down my favorite thing to do
Uh,
in PE.
oh yeah, the scooters. I guess at the time I was also doing. I was
Have you?
good with the like fitness and stuff.
Yeah. Have you done the
Like
parachute thing, where like
parachute.
each
Oh,
each
oh
student?
yeah, 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 yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
I love
It's
that
like
one.
each student's holding a side of the parachute,
Yeah,
and then
run across from the other
yeah, they
side.
would
That
the
was
moment they do that,
that
and then
was
also
great.
playing music in the background.
Yes, that's what all
Yes,
the more made it
oh,
amazing.
that was so fun. We either had to rush to the other side and all that other stuff,
Yeah.
depending on I don't know what color you had on the parachute thing.
Yeah, exactly. And you run across from it too.
Yeah,
That was fun. We played sharks and minnows. That
that
was
too.
really
That
fun.
one's fun too.
Yeah.
Ooh.
And then because like our gym had like those outlines, I'm pretty sure yours did too. My teacher called it Pac-Man, where someone has like, or like all the students who are ghosts had like handkerchiefs, right? And then the other students are trying to chase each other and try to grab the handkerchief from you.
Mm,
So basically, last one standing wins. It's
interesting.
amazing. And of course, like the other like sports that we've done too. And of course, like you can't forget like the push-ups, the sit-ups, and the pace your test.
That was at the time when I was like flexible and I was actually able to do it.
I was chubby. I couldn't do it.
Mm, yeah,
Although those were fun moments, I'm
it
not gonna
was.
lie.
It was.
Otherwise, if not, I say music. But again, we all have different tastes when it comes to subjects. So
And different experiences. So
exactly. But those were our elementary school
those
moments.
are yes. I had yeah.
All of them great, honestly.
They're
Even like the
great, bad,
yeah,
embarrassing.
embarrassing. Like
Those memories you can't forget.
exactly. And what makes it all the more great is that you could still remember them even to this day, so that eventually, when you pass it down to a newer generation, we could share our experiences with them.
It'll be
So exactly.
entirely different experience.
Especially like nowadays with like school implementing with like
More
online classes too.
online
Yeah.
security, some things that you
And
either
then
don't learn no more or
yes,
learning too early.
or sometimes they don't experience like school days, and then we
Oh,
had the obligate and we had the privilege to like stay home every time like gets really bad outside.
yeah. So yeah, those were our
Elementary school stuff.
elementary school memories.
So keep an eye out for the next episode when we're going to be talking about our middle school phases, where I will be starting out this time with my fifth grade experiences all the way up until eighth grade.
Yeah, and for me, I'm starting with 6
Yep. And
to
then,
8.
of course, that one after that, we're going to be focusing on high school, and I'm pretty sure we have some interesting stories there too, nonetheless.
Some that we would still could definitely remember.
Yes, I know I could definitely recall some of my favorite
Me
moments.
too. Me too.
Yep, but that's for another video. So otherwise, for now, thank you guys for joining us. And again, hopefully you guys don't mind about the puppies being in the shot every now and then. And I believe this is the first time that they're seen on camera too. So
Seen on camera, down here.
yeah, everywhere. Yeah. Again, this is their first time down here in my room too, so they're just starting to get used to it. They're actually sleeping right now next to Caspen, so I don't want to
Yeah.
bother them.
So
But yeah, thank you guys for joining us. In the meantime, we're going to be concluding our events today, and then hope to catch you guys in the next episode when we're talking about middle school.
yes.
All right, bye guys. Peace.
Elementary. My dear elementary, or whatever the saying was.
Elementary, my dear Watson. Amelia Watson.
Oh.